Have you ever fantasized about quitting your job and moving to a place where it's so affordable that you don't need to work? Or perhaps you just want to move out of the US to live out your dream life overseas. If you're an American, the strong dollar has made many places very cheap to visit. While that's not great for other folks, it is good for us Americans, as we're getting the best exchange rates we've had in years. And although absolute prices are up, you're still getting a ton of value right now. In the list of our today's video, there are some countries where you can live with a very good lifestyle for $25 a day. While there are lots of great destination options, I wanted to list a few of my favorites. These are places I think are the most interesting, fun, and easy to get to, and offer excellent value for your money. So in today's video we're going to show you top 10 cheapest countries with a good lifestyle in 2024. But before starting the video, I want to request we put our best efforts to create our every single video, so please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So let's start the video. Number 10, Costa Rica. Costa Rica is my favorite Central American country. Though it's one of the most expensive in the region, your money will still go far here. It also strikes a balance between budget-friendly and safe, while still offering plenty of amazing sights and activities. In this magical place, there is a ton to see and do. You'll find cloud forests, endangered turtles, incredible surfing, towering volcanoes, epic whitewater rafting, fantastic nature preserves, deep-sea diving, and some of the happiest and nicest people around. And on the budget travel side, you'll only need about $50 per day. If you use hostels and buses and cook your own food, you'll also be able to do a few budget activities like snorkeling or hiking trips. As a bonus, flights from the US are also very cheap. If you're flexible, you can find round-trip flights for under $250. On a mid-range budget of $125 per day, you can stay in an Airbnb, eat out for all your meals, take the occasional taxi to get around, enjoy more nights out, and do more paid activities like guided tours, surf lessons, and museum visits. In short, you won't want for anything on this budget. Number 9, Vietnam. Vietnam is one of the cheapest countries in an already budget-friendly region. If you budgeted $25 to $30 per day, you would want for little. Hostels are just a few bucks a day, and you can get delicious street food for as little as $1. You can visit the country quite comfortably for $50 to $75 per day if you're looking for more luxury. Be sure to spend some time in the hectic capital of Hanoi, and visit Ha Long Bay when you're in the north. In the south, don't miss the Chu Chi tunnels near Ho Chi Minh City, tunnels used by the Viet Cong during the war with the US. They offer an eye-opening look at the conflict. For some adventurous activities, like canyoning and cliff jumping, head to Dalat. If you're looking for beaches, Nha Trang and Mui Nes should be at the top of your list. Number 8, Romania. Not only is Romania an underrated destination in Europe, but it's also a budget-friendly one. Bucharest is a modern, up-and-coming capital, and the entire Transylvania region is breathtaking. Brașov, my favorite city there, offers lots of history, including the infamous Bran Castle, known as Dracula's Castle. Transportation is cheap, and both ride-sharing and hitchhiking are common. It's a huge country, too, so you can easily spend a few weeks and still just scratch the surface. Backpackers can comfortably enjoy their time here for as little as $35 to $40 per day, which is a steal in Europe. And if you want to splurge and stay in hotels, eat out more, and enjoy a few drinks, you can easily do that for under $100 per day or less. Now that Romania is a partially part of the Schengen area and there are no border checks via sea or air, I suspect the country will become more popular. That means more people and higher prices, so don't wait to visit. Number 7, India. While India has always been a cheap country, with the US dollar doing so well, it's even cheaper. You can get by on as little as $25 to $30 per day. Often less mouth-watering meals can be found for under $2, and accommodation is just $5 to $10 per night, depending on where you are. Even if you go for mid-range accommodation and food, you'll be hard-pressed to spend more than $50 per day unless you're staying at fancy resorts, and even they're quite affordable. While flights to India can be expensive, once you arrive, everything is a bargain. Be sure not to miss the epic Taj Mahal, the laid-back beaches of Goa, the holy city of Varanasi, and sweeping metropolises like New Delhi and Mumbai. Number 6. Argentina. Argentina is brimming with history, culture, wine, football, and outdoor wonders like Patagonia. It's one of my favorite countries in South America. Its capital, Buenos Aires, is considered one of the liveliest cities in the world. Most people speak English, which makes it easier to get around. The only problem is the rampant inflation, so prices are always in flux, especially now that their current leader is making some sweeping changes. But even with that, you can still get by on around $40 to $50 per day by staying in hostels and sticking to cheap and free activities like museum visits, hiking, and free walking tours. Patagonia is the main draw here, offering stunning landscapes and world-class hiking. Nature lovers will also want to visit Iguazu Falls, the largest waterfall system in the world. And while guided hikes cost upwards of $450 for a multi-day trek, that's still super cheap considering it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I'm not a big hiker or camper, but even I thought it was amazing. Number 5. South Africa. Safaris, wineries, mountains, and an endless coastline that is perfect for road trips. That's South Africa. As a backpacker or budget traveler, this country is an amazing destination to visit as there are a lot of work opportunities as well as plenty of adventurous activities and some great hiking to keep you busy. While it's true that South Africa struggles with corruption and petty crime, it has a booming tourism industry and a growing backpacker and digital nomad scene. It's an amazing place to road trip too. With $50 to $60 per day, you'll be able to enjoy the amazing beaches and laid-back lifestyle that makes South Africa so appealing. While there are definitely cheaper places on the continent, you'll get a lot of value here. Don't miss hiking up Table Mountain or visiting the penguins when you're in Cape Town. And if you're looking for a world-class safari experience, head to Kruger National Park. Number 4. Cambodia. Cambodia is one of my favorite countries in the world. The people are so incredibly welcoming, and even after a long absence between visits, I still found it to be one of the best destinations in Southeast Asia, affordable, friendly, and safe. Prices have increased a little over the years, but not by much. It's still cheaper than Thailand. Backpackers can easily get by for $45 to $50 or less per day. Street food is cheap and delicious, and hostels cost under $10 per night. You can travel across much of the country via bus for $20 too. Plus, Angkor Wat is one of the most amazing historical sites in the world. It's $37 to enter, but it's a wonder of the world and should not be skipped. A 3-day PA is $62, and I do suggest spending more than one day here. Be sure to also visit the Killing Fields and the Tuol Sleng Genocide Museum in Phnom Penh for a sobering look at the country's violent past. It's heavy but necessary. Number 3. South Korea. I don't know why most people don't talk about it, but if you want a cheap East Asian country with stunning countryside, South Korea is it. The country offers a lot of value. Sure, it's not as inexpensive as Southeast Asia, but compared to Japan or Europe, it's quite affordable. With the South Korean won at 1,309 per USD and most everything costing only a few thousand won, I can't imagine busting your budget here, unless you're a huge foodie, because the cuisine here is delicious. You can pick up bottles of beer at $7 to $11 for a couple of dollars. Hostels in Seoul start around $16 per night. Backpackers can get by for only $60 to $75 here. Be sure to indulge in Seoul's culinary scene while you're here, and visit the Gyeongbokgung Palace. It's the most stunning royal palace in Seoul. For a more luxurious getaway, head to Jeju Island for beaches and some fun in the sun. And if you want to learn about the country's tumultuous relationship with North Korea, take a guided tour of the DMZ. Number 2. Mexico. Mexico City is a world-class metropolis with amazing food and nightlife. Oaxaca has incredible historic sites and an abundance of delicious eateries and all the mezcal you can drink, and the Yucatan Peninsula is perfect for road trips and swimming in secluded cenotes. While the country gets a bad rap in the US, thanks to overzealous media coverage, it's actually much safer and cheaper than people think. Travelers can get by on as little as $50 per day and $100 to $120 if you want hotels and not hostels, and flights from the US are often just $200 round trip. In short, it's a great option for US travelers who are short on time but still want to explore somewhere fun, sunny, and cheap. Number 1. The United Kingdom. In years past, the British pound has been worth up to double the US dollar. That's not the case anymore. Still struggling post-Brexit, it's now worth just 20 to 30% more than the dollar. So, while the UK isn't exactly a cheap place to visit, the weakened pound and strong dollar mean that now you'll get a lot more value compared to years past. Backpackers can get around for as little as $75 per day by sticking to hostels, free museums, and cheap pub food. There's tons of free things to do in London, so you don't have to break the bank here. If you do want to splash out, skip-the-line tickets of the Tower of London are a must. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.